Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Open Up Forum, where you talk about anything and everything, and then give you a godly perspective on it. I'm here with my co-host, Rob, the Little Lion, in the house. We got Ronald McConaughey here in the house, and we also got Matt, an engineer,
in the house.
He in the house today.
I'm glad to be back too. I'm sorry I missed you guys last week.
Glad to have you back.
Glad to have you back.
And, I know you ain't had nobody to pick on when I wasn't here.
We don't pick on you.
We don't never pick on you.
Yeah, you do.
You pick on us more than we pick on you.
You trying to say I'm a bully?
You be driving the car right off the cliff.
But anyway, we have a good show for you today. We're gonna talk about don't put your phone on.
Man, see, there y'all go already.
Cause I gotta do mine too. I ain't do mine.
I did mine.
Reprimand. What's this called? Reprimand.
Y'all getting good at this. But anyway, we got a good show for you today. Obviously, we're gonna be talking about America's state right now.
We ready to go,
and we're gonna see what's next for our good U.S. of A. American people from here over in, because we got this war going on in Iran right now with Israel, and believe it or not, there's more than I was just saying how many other countries are involved, because we got people from other countries perishing.
Are there other people involved?
Yeah.
Who else?
You had a Frenchman who died. I mean, people who was over there.
Or they killed him just because.
Well, he's
but he ain't
he was dead.
French is French is what do you call it? Neutral.
Yeah, they neutral.
Why would they kill him?
No. He was in Iran,
and they killed him.
Yeah, he obviously.
But they're neutral.
Over the war.
That's foul.
War don't have
neutral people now.
Them bombs, them explosives ain't got names on nobody.
No, that's a fact. Hey, but are they doing that again this time? Because I remember one time, I think it was Iran. They had a beef with America, and it was holding hostages, and they let all the black people go first. It was like a slap to the American face. You remember when they had? I don't want to say a date, but I possibly maybe 79. They had the hostages, and they let all the black people go. And I know that America was like, man, that's a real slap to the face, because they said they let them go because they had been oppressed in America. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that?
What's that?
Huh?
Who was that?
He said Iran.
Is he not listening or what?
Yeah, he probably was.
I'm not really listening.
You know his mind.
What, you zoned out? We're on the podcast, man. Hello?
I know, I'm here.
His mind ain't but that big.
You can't do two things at one time. Walk and shoot bubblegum.
But anyway, just to see what's the U.S. is going to do next. And I'm not sure your question there. I don't remember that per se. 79?
Huh?
I don't remember that per se.
I think it may have been 79. I'm not sure the date.
We could look that up.
But that happened.
We could look it up.
Happened.
We could actually look it up
and
see. But of course, the state now is people are affected by this. They're affected by the war that's going down between Israel, Iran, and us, because as you can see, it's affecting us here at home as far as gas prices.
And I don't understand why.
Because of gas.
Yeah, but what about the tons that Trump stole from Venezuela?
Yeah,
what about why we can't use that?
But we
got to use that?
We do got resources that come out.
You're just holding on to that for a rainy day or something?
I know we're using our Federal Reserves right now.
Well, Federal Reserve is not us. That's a private bank. I don't know if you know that.
I'm just talking about as far as Federal Reserve, that oil and fuel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oil. That's what I'm talking about. We be using that.
And the Federal Reserve, backs. They borrow. They have to borrow money from the Federal Reserve to get the money to go to war. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to drive us deeper
into debt. It's
deeper in debt. It makes no sense.
The
You're
war
borrowing them for nothing.
It's costing us $1 billion a day.
A day, yeah.
$1 billion a day.
Yeah, because those bombs that they're using are not like $5.99.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Those things cost a lot.
When you look at this, is the 16th day. That's $16 billion.
It's the 16th day.
$16 billion so far. If it's $1 billion a day. Now, they're trying to spin it and say it's not $16 billion a day. Here's how they're trying to spin it. It's costing 1.5 to 1 billion to 1.5 billion dollars a day, right?
Mhm.
They're trying to spend it. They try to say that the first 6 days it was $11 billion. Something's wrong with that picture.
Yeah, because they wasn't bombing that whole bunch
Right.
at first.
Right. So now you look at it where we are now in the
They was bombing like
16th
200
day.
things, man.
We're at 16 billion. It's actually more than 16 billion because manufacturing bombs, we have bought bombs, right? We sold a lot of our ammunitions to other countries.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, those countries weren't like our allies, really. We sold them to
Oh, that's very stupid.
people that we are in business with who call themselves allies, but they're in the Middle Eastern region. So they're very, close to Iran and Iraq,
Mhm.
right? So, and you know who I'm
Like,
talking about,
no,
Saudi
no, no,
Arabia,
no. Oh, Saudi Arabia?
all right?
Yeah, well, Saudi Arabia is they kind of down with us, I think.
They're supposed to be, they have been,
Mhm.
but when it came out about Hezbollah and
Mhm.
Hamas,
Mhm.
Saudi Arabia has been backing them
Mhm.
through another
Well, if Saudi
Party.
Arabia backed them with all the money that they got,
party.
you should
right.
not be able to beat them with all the money that they got in Saudi Arabia. They got so much money that they don't even have to tell you how much money they have.
That's
They don't even
okay
have to
because
report their money.
the point that I'm making is that politics make strange bedfellows. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
a
in a
fact.
situation right now where Trump can't pull out of this bombing
Mhm.
that he's doing now.
Mhm.
He can't say, okay, we bombed them enough. Let's quit. That's why he's constantly asking if they want to surrender, if they want to have a ceasefire. And Iran has
They're
already
saying
said, no, that's not going to happen.
Mhm.
But you know what
What
gets
happened?
behind that, right? Is because Iran is ran by what they call it, theocracy.
Yes, Iran is a theocracy.
They're
Yes.
ran by the head guy there, like the president, or what we would call the president.
Yeah.
The head guy over there is the Khomeini, I believe
Yeah,
he's
that's what
called,
Khomeini. Yes.
and he's the religious
leader.
leader.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? This is how they govern by religion, period. Right.
Mhm.
So you killing one guy, it's not really going to help because it's still the same setup. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
More than likely, they're going to have the same ideology. You
And
know what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
problem because
And they're not going to stop. Once it's jihad, they're not going to stop.
Trump originally came in talking about we're going to have a regime change. Right now, that wasn't the first excuse. That wasn't the first excuse. You know what the first excuse
I think that was
was?
the second.
What's that?
Second
The
of
first
those.
excuse was we had to bomb them before they bombed us because we had the great intel that if somebody attacked them, Israel,
Mhm.
they were going to attack us. That was the first one. And then the
What is
second one was, well, we want a regime change. All right.
Mhm.
Neither one of those flew. None of that stuck. The American people ain't buying none of that.
Right.
Mhm.
Which is good.
We didn't buy any of the excuses, and we still not. We're not buying any of the excuses, right? So the regime situation. Well, you remember when Trump said he wants to be involved? They laughed. They laughed at him.
Who? They who?
Iranians.
Oh, Iran.
The Iranian
government.
government laughed at him.
Mhm.
They laughed at America because this is not the Iran from the 1960s, 1970s. You understand what I'm saying?
What you saying? They got more stuff now?
No, I'm saying they holding fast to their theocratic government.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to understand when you have this mentality, like you were just talking about, that we are not governed by man. Overall, we're governed by God and the principles of God, of His word. That's the big mistake that Trump and Israel has made, and is still making.
And they bombed them during Ramadan too, which is
And
a
that-
no.
And even more
They really gonna
damaging
fight
than that was they bombed them while they was having peace, talking about peaceful negotiations, trying to find a way
Mhm.
to secure peace in the region. They turned around and they bombed them. That's not going to make them want to come to the table.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're telling us this, then behind our back you do this. This
Yes,
was a
sir.
plan, and this is out there on the internet. Y'all can go look it up for yourselves. This was a plan that was put in place going back to Trump's first term. I don't know if I buy that. It's out there. I don't know if I buy that. But I do see and I do understand the points that people are making when they posit that. How y'all, what do y'all think about that? Do you think it goes back to Trump's first term? Because what people are saying is Netanyahu is actually the mastermind behind this, and he's controlling Trump.
I agree with that. Yes,
Y'all agree with that?
most certainly. Yes, I agree with that. How about you?
It's it could possibly well be, but I don't know. I have to get more information.
Mhm.
More information on that because I don't know. I think for anything Trump do, he got to have a benefit in it somehow, some way.
That's a fact.
Now that's a fact.
That's a
I
fact.
don't. Maybe his benefit
Trump,
is just
Trump
that
just
they
he
ain't
don't
gonna
just
tell
do
on
nothing
him.
for nothing.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing. for nothing.
Maybe the benefit is that they won't tell on him if he goes along with them, because from what I understand, supposedly, allegedly, yeah,
Netanyahu.
no, Epstein
That's the Epstein
was
file.
supposedly what do you call that? He like sucked them in. He was put it like this. He was working for the government of Iran. I mean of Israel. Pardon me.
I
of
heard that.
Israel,
I heard
right?
that out there.
And
That's out
I
there.
heard
That's out there.
That he was the one that actually put this stuff together for them.
Okay.
So if they already have the information and they're telling Trump, listen, if you don't do what we say,
We're gonna release these.
we got the files. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Now I don't know that that's a fact. That's alleged.
That's what's out
that's
there.
that
right,
happened.
right.
You know what I mean? So if
And you
that's
haven't
a fact,
researched
it
that
makes
for
sense.
yourself, so you don't know.
Nah. I
Alright.
wouldn't say
It's
allegedly
sensational.
if I knew. You know what I'm saying? This is alleged. I
Right.
don't have any type of way to get to
Right.
Israel to get that type of information. No, this is alleged.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Dr. Johnson was the one who alleged this.
Okay, so I will say this. If that is the case, it doesn't detract from what's in the files. That just makes it all the more explosive. We've been saying this for a minute.
Mhm.
What's in those files are tremendously damaging.
Yeah.
They're
I mean-
huge. This is a big story.
Yeah.
Not
Big
only
story.
for his political career,
But his personal
but his
image.
life, period.
Yes,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? If you get caught
That
for them
personal
things,
life,
I mean, look what they did to Bill Cosby when they came for him and brought up stuff that happened like decades
Yeah, but
ago. You know what
see,
I'm saying? But you see what happened. So you
That
see where he
shocked
ended
a
up
lot
at,
of
right?
people
Huh?
with Bill Cosby. That shocked a lot of people because a lot of people didn't expect him to be that type of guy.
No, and I still don't know that he's that type of guy. You know what I'm
But
saying?
Bill
Because-
Cosby wasn't the only celebrity in that situation.
Yeah, but the
either.
setup was in though with him. Once he said he wanted to buy Channel 2, all of a sudden they came up with all of this
think it was
stuff. They was trying to
Channel
tell him don't do it, you know.
But here's
And
the
when
thing.
they did try to do it, they come up. With
But you
something.
can't really put that on the people that want to say, okay, you did this, and this. You got to put that on Bill himself.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, because
Well,
Bill,
yeah, but-
I'm pretty sure he
I mean-
was wide awake
But did he
and
really-
well aware of what he was doing.
But he's Bill Cosby. Did he really have to drug a chick in order to?
That's
get up?
exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what he didn't have to do it. That's my
Right.
whole point. He didn't have to do it.
Yeah. So I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the man got crazy money. He had a wonderful family. But there's a lot more behind that story that we don't really know. We're gonna we're gonna dive into that one day.
Maybe.
So with all of this stuff coming out about what you're just talking about, what we're talking about, with what you said about the war and where we at with that, the question now is what happens next? Because he can't just say, okay, let's not bomb them anymore. We can't tell Israel we're no longer going to help you.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
If it's that, if it's really the blackmail thing, yeah.
Well,
if it's not the blackmail thing,
even
then he's just
Harold
got to
Nut, you know who Harold Lutnick is? He's a member of
It sounds familiar, but no.
he's a member of Trump's cabinet.
Okay.
Right. So he's in the Epstein files.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's mentioned in the Epstein's file as to saying Epstein is the biggest blackmailer they know.
Mm.
Now, if you know the man's a blackmailer,
Why are you messing with?
why are you messing with him?
Why are you messing with him?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's duh.
So
that's one of the duh moments. you know?
All of these things, you got some people will have that light bulb moment,
right.
but the light bulb don't go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep flicking this switch, and the light bulb still don't go on.
Something's wrong with the switch. you
Something
know?
wrong with the light bulb. So what
Or it
happened
could be
with
the switch on
with
all
my
together.
man is that if you knew he was a blackmailer and you're getting in league with him, it's because there's other people you want to be in league with. It turns out
something
that
made you do it. and I don't
Epstein
think it was the
had
devil.
a network,
Oh, yeah.
and his network was extensive. Now, whether or not he was working covertly for Israel, we don't know. His last name is Epstein,
Okay,
so
okay.
we can assume
Mhm.
that there's
Nah.
a connection there based on
Nah.
his last name alone.
I,
But
I
I don't
didn't
know.
really mean to cut you up, but
Go
I was
ahead.
just wondering this, right?
What's that?
Now, Epstein, if it's true that he's some kind of double agent or whatever like that,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? The whole thing that I would like to say is he really dead?
Hold on, let me look.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it any way possible that instead of
would say-
him committing suicide, that they hide him somewhere, probably on his islands?
I would say he is dead.
You
There
think
is
he's
a door.
dead?
I think he's dead.
Yeah,
I'm
well, they
just
saying that.
Okay.
But and they also, you know what they said?
No,
Yeah.
he's dead.
They said that
Yeah, he did.
he sat on some kind of panel with the Rockefeller, some group that the
Okay.
Rockefellers are behind.
Okay.
And a Jew was asking him. I know he was a Jew because he called him a smuck. He said, how does a smuck like you
Mhm.
get on the Rockefeller panel or whatever it was, right?
And what did he say?
I don't know how he explained it. I don't know how he explained. But they said that he called him a smuck. You know what I'm saying? A
Mhm.
smuck that's Yiddish
So, yeah.
for like like you suck.
a bad
you know?
person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
person.
So he says, how did you get on that? So he must know him. So he
Mhm.
must know, like you don't belong.
I don't
here.
know how he responded.
But this is what I wanted to ask you. What was Epstein? What was his business?
Hold on.
Like, how did he get money?
How did he get money?
Yeah, where did he get his money from?
He was a
I don't
blackmailer.
Is that it?
No.
He got all his
Nah,
money
he
from
actually-
blackmail people?
he-
Well, that's pretty smart, bro.
Epstein had a
Not cool.
supposedly a promotional business, if I'm not mistaken,
Uh-huh.
and he dipped and dabbed in a lot of things, real estate. He got involved with all the things that whatever he could make money at doing,
Mhm.
investing pretty much was the number one thing I
Mm.
think it was. So he had real estate, he had investing, he had promotions. He was doing all
was
of
doing
this
pretty well.
business. Yeah, he was doing all
Mhm.
this business, but
I don't know why
I-
that guy called him a smuck.
I don't know how he started. Let me see. Epstein
Yeah, see,
business.
what was his business? I was already typing in, but yeah, you got it. You got a good keyboard. But I'm quite sure whatever it was, he was filthy rich.
Yeah,
He was filthy. He was very wealthy.
I assume he
because
bought that out. But
anybody can buy an island.
yeah, but
he
you
got money.
gotta wonder where they get that money from. You know, and he obviously been around for a while because they got a lot of stuff on
My
people
thing
from
is-
way back, right?
Mhm.
They got dating back with his stuff, right?
My
The
thing,
FP5?
when people that rich, they got multiple streams of income.
Yeah, but I'm
ain't
wondering if
just-
he might be
It's
somewhere
not just
alive.
one.
I'm
It's not
wondering if
just
he's
one.
somewhere in what do they call that when the mobsters rat on somebody? They put him in
Mm.
what do they call that?
What, swimming with the
He
fishes?
might be-
At the
No,
time of his
no.
death,
No,
he
they
was
put him,
worth
like they put him somewhere
approximately
else and then he started a new life.
$560 million at the time of his death.
Really?
I just,
Yeah.
Well, why that guy call him a smuck? That don't sound like a smuck to me.
Okay, so
That's some good money right there.
he was probably talking more about his
he
personality.
started teaching math in 1974 at schools. Then he went into investment bank. Okay. All right.
Does it say anything about that Rockefeller thing that he was in? He sat on the board or something like that of this.
He was a
Rockefeller
money
thing?
manager, personal money manager for this guy named Wexner. And that's where he made most of his money from.
Mm,
So he was like a financier.
okay.
Okay. And he just branched out
Which
from
is a
there.
Jewish thing, the Jews like
he
to-
branched out from there.
Like to get that.
accountant.
Yeah, but they like to get that percentage. Jews like that percentage. They don't care how much they lend you. All they want is the percentage.
Yeah.
It's
Put you
it's
like 30%,
tragic that
you
you
know,
can
which is
have all
criminal.
that money and be that depraved.
What
But
do you
it's
mean,
like they
depraved of
say, the more money you have, the crazier you become.
Mm.
You become
I
more
hope
you become
not.
more unhinged because you start feeling like what the term is eccentric.
Mm.
That's what they say. The more money you have, the more eccentric you become. Because you do crazy things because you got the money.
Yeah.
Who was the guy who bought
That guy.
who bought zebras to pull his cart? What was it? One of the
I
Rothschilds?
don't know who
I
that
It
was.
was probably one of the Roth. Now I can see you doing something stupid like buying a zebra to pull your cart, but I can't see you messing around with some little baby.
No,
I
that's
can't see
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't want
Here's
to ever
another
get that
example
eccentricity.
of eccentricity. What do you call it? Eccentricity. Being over eccentric. All right, I'll put it like that. In Saudi Arabia, for example, they race Rolls Royces without any oil in the engine.
Mm-mm.
If that,
for the
yeah,
purpose
for,
of
it's what they do.
they got
the-
a Rolls Royce.
because
They
they got-
just want to
entertainment?
They got the money.
just wanna
It's
blow
just
it
their
up.
entertainment. Yes, they got the money. They blow out the engine. I'm like, what? Why would you waste money like that?
Rolls Royce ain't nothing to them.
What does that
Obviously.
tell you?
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Rolls Royce
They
ain't nothing.
race
Those are
Rolls
racing
Royces
horses.
There's nothing to them.
just to see who's gonna blow out the engine. Who's gonna blow out the engine?
like a
first.
horse race or something
Who's
like
won?
that, but it's freaking too. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But
That's
again,
insane.
the more money you have, the
Mhm.
crazier things you're going to do.
Hey, but
That's
I
true.
was also thinking about this, right? And I don't know how true this is, but the bar mitzvah and the bar mitzvah for the
Mhm.
females, right?
Mhm.
What is the purpose for that?
That's supposed to be a coming of age for them.
So at
It's
14
kind of like the
is it
what's the
13?
Spanish version? The
14?
sin, what's that called? What's that? Y'all know what the word is?
What's
I-
for Spanish?
The-
Cotillion or
cot-
something like that?
something like that, right?
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure what the word is.
We don't have one of those, do we?
Not that I know.
Mm.
Sweet 16, maybe, but anyway, so they say that
The
those
bar
children,
mitzvah and the bat mitzvah. Go ahead.
so they say at that point
Yeah.
they're adults now. Are you a man and you a woman at that age? And what
I
age is
think
it?
you welcome
Why don't
into
you take that
manhood.
up?
I think it's.
Why don't you look that up?
I think it's.
Thing of manhood.
Because if
Coming
to
into
them,
manhood.
if to them, if you're a man or a lady at that age, to them they ain't doing nothing wrong. With the Jews, with the bar mitzvah and everything like that.
Yeah, it's
16?
son of commandment. It's a Jewish coming of age ritual marking a boy's 13th.
13. What about the
Birthday.
women?
Well, it says for
13.
them, they're not adults. They just become responsible for observing the Torah laws.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not adult. You're just
Yeah.
responsible
Yeah,
for
this is a religious thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing has to go for the females as well. I'm
Yeah, I
taking.
would assume so. Yeah. I thought
But
you
we
were
don't
saying
have
they're
anything
boys.
like
I mean,
that.
they're
though.
men now.
In our culture, not that I know of. Like you said, it might be a sweet 16.
Yeah.
Might be. But dudes don't get no sweet 16. You better not be getting no sweet 16.
You
They
might
do
get a
have
party when you're
cot-
18.
I think we do get cotillions, like women dress up and the guys come.
We might have
I
that
think we do that.
in certain parts of the country.
Yeah.
Probably the rich, the bougie, maybe bougie folk,
Yeah, that's the bougie.
Ain't nobody I know ever did that.
Yeah. You got
He said
men.
I don't know that many bougie.
Said the bougie people.
Oh, yeah.
It is mostly, I think that's for women.
So yeah, you get the
Then they
bougie
ask
people.
the
They do
guy
that. The bougie.
to accompanying them, escort them.
But we need to do that.
That's
We need to do that. We need
To
to
do what?
have these celebrations of life.
But kids here don't become more responsible to know the Bible after they
But
get.
I think it's certain
a certain
qualifications
age.
too that they have to abide by at a cotillion.
Well, we got to be careful with that because there's a negative history associated with these things too.
What's
And
I'm
that?
just saying,
and-
being
and
upright
what's the negative history?
citizen, stuff like that. They have to be upright. They have to be good in school or whatever at the time.
Oh, you're talking about for a reward?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, just
okay.
for you to be qualified as to be a cotillion. Or the
Yeah, you got to be like
yeah.
standout student stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Oh, is that
Stuff
right?
Like that.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
We got the proms,
Yeah,
The
prom.
proms.
You ain't gotta do them for prom.
school dances, proms.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about culturally though. We need to do something and put something together that our children can engage in, other than sweet 16 parties, because those can
Mhm.
get kind of crazy too.
Well, they definitely get
And the
crazy.
more money you got, the crazier the party gonna be.
It's funny.
Doesn't mean it's gonna be respectful. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people believe that females become like how could I say this and not sound perverted? Females come of age at the
Mhm.
age of 14. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because supposedly that was the way it went. If a girl was 14,
14.
you could marry her. You know what I'm saying? And you could say that because they say, I don't know how true it is, but they
Right.
say that Mary from the Bible
Was
you know,
14? Was a teenager?
Was 14 or so when she got married to, Joseph.
I do know this in certain cultures. This is a fact. It's they view a girl coming into womanhood or young womanhood once her
Yeah.
cycle begins.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a menstrual cycle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
And that's normal. I think
I-
somewhere
I-
around 14. Well, some of them will go real early though.
exactly.
It all depends.
About
on
like
the
12.
age. Yeah.
Right, right,
13.
right.
So I don't know
It could be all
how
kind of hiccups in that.
the specific age may flow from culture to culture or ethnic group, But I do know that if we nurture the kids,
Mhm.
regardless of their age, and like you were saying, we encourage them to be standout students, right?
Mhm.
We'll be a better society overall. We'll be a better society overall. Right now, I'm concerned because, like, what happens next, I really can't tell you. I really don't know. This culture right now, where we in right now in America, what happens next with this, in my opinion, I think we're in a boatload of trouble.
Yeah, but I really don't think so. Really.
I
think-
said
think
in
they're
my
not gonna-
opinion, not yours,
No,
mine.
but I'm just saying. I think they're only gonna go but so far because I don't think they really want it with Russia. I don't think
He
they
sound
really
like
want
me,
it with-
right?
Now, when we go,
Sound like me yesterday.
If anything happens and Russia puts some war stuff out there, it's got serious.
Russia's
But right
already
now-
involved.
But right now, yeah, but they ain't sending no troops.
No,
or nothing
they're
like
not.
that.
No,
But I'm saying once
They're
if they
giving
do,
Iran
it's a problem.
the info, right? You know that. You're aware of that. They're
What?
giving Iran the info
Yeah.
on the targets.
Sure.
And China is giving them the supply.
Mhm.
They're
Right.
supplying them the armament.
Okay.
So
Well, that's-
this is why I said Trump. I told this. I said this before. I don't know who's advising this guy,
Mhm.
but who's ever advising the president they don't have his best interest at heart. They definitely don't have the countries.
You know, Donald Trump. I mean,
They definitely don't have the best. The
is he
country's best
listening to
interest.
somebody? You think he's listening to somebody right now?
He's
Because I
listening-
think he's all like
he's
all
li-
ego.
He's listening to somebody right now.
Yeah.
But I think,
I
But
think
he's not-
his
ego.
own final decision.
He's not
Yeah,
listening,
I think
right?
he's
But
all
he's
ego.
not
He's
listening
all
to
ego.
the truth. I think whoever's advising this guy is telling him what he want to hear.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now he might have somebody in his ear that's telling him the actual truth. Hey man, you shouldn't do this because this is going to happen, and they're on point with it.
Mhm.
And then you got somebody else coming behind them and say, what they're saying, you don't have to worry about that because they're getting
Mhm.
that from the left. The left, the crazies,
Yeah.
and that's all you got to say to this guy.
Yeah. That's all you gotta say.
If you got all that stuff they talking about, that's from the left.
Yeah.
He'll automatically say, all right, well, we ain't gonna do that.
Mm.
We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna
But I hate to say this,
I
but
believe that's what's going on.
I hate to say this, but there's a lot of countries that don't believe that Jews are the what they
real
call-
original people over there.
They don't believe that Jews are the chosen people, and they don't believe that that's their land, and they're not going to kiss their behinds, right? Like
Mhm.
America does. I don't even know why America does, but America does. But I tell you one person who doesn't, and that's why they don't like him supposedly, and that's Putin. Putin said, "Listen," he said, "I got Jewish friends that I talk to."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But so he was trying to say like, I am in no parts a Jew. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he was saying like he's not, like he's not going to bend he's not going to let this little behind nation tell everybody what to do, like America does.
Do y'all
How we
think?
let them little nation tell us what to do?
All right. Do y'all think that Putin wants to control the world?
No, I don't think so.
But you
I
said,
don't think so. I think the Jews want to control the world.
I don't know. To me, he's not who you say Putin. Putin. Because I'm thinking, what's the
Putin got to
Israel-
do something about his name.
Israel,
I know, right?
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. I was thinking Netanyahu, but Putin.
He over there, Putin.
Yeah, I know. Putin over there, Putin. Well,
He got
I think
himself with- what's
I
up with
think
his
he
name?
wants to be. I think eventually he wants to be a one-man ruler.
Okay.
Putin?
All right. So
I think-
you say he do want to rule the
I
world.
think the only
Yeah.
problem
You say he
with-
don't
with
wanna
Putin-
rule the
I
world.
think the only only
I
thing
think he
with
does.
with Putin is Putin don't want to kiss nobody's behind, and he sure don't want to kiss the whole Zionist movement. He's not with it.
I don't
That's
think.
what I believe.
I don't think- Go ahead.
Well,
China
let me-
ain't either.
Let me get this. Well, why is he attacking Ukraine? Why he want that land?
Who Putin?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them
Yeah.
people in Ukraine are Jews.
I know.
But
You know
that's
that,
not
right?
the reason why he
Now,
wants
I
to
don't
land.
know. I don't know if that's the reason behind
A
it.
lot of people,
but I
from
know that
Ukraine
they mad
are
at him.
from Russia.
They mad at him.
Eventually, if you go back a year,
Well, you got Russian Jews, though, don't you?
Yeah.
But
You see what I'm saying? But for whatever reason-
are from Russia.
Well, okay.
A lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But a lot of those Ukrainians, they're Jews. They're Jews,
They're
like
from Russia.
like all
From Russia.
around, all around the world, right? They have populations of Jews. I'm
Right.
sure, right? I'm sure, and almost everywhere you can go. I'm
Well,
sure they have a
I'm
population.
I'm just trying
But
to
no,
focus
I'm
on
just
the
saying
Putin
this.
part of why you don't think
I'm
he
trying
wants
to
rule the world.
explain. I'm trying to explain
All right.
because okay,
All right.
now I'm sure they got Jews, scattered around.
All,
yeah,
all, all over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to myself, the Zionist movement,
Mhm.
right? Why is it, being that they're all over the world, right? Why is it that Israel has the first biggest population of Jews, Ashkenazi Jews, right? America is number 2,
Mhm.
but they're not from America. They're from Europe.
Right.
So why
They
is
came.
number 2
They settled
here?
here. They settled here.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because it's
they're
an
not
op-
from here.
It's an
Now,
opportunity.
if let's say Trump want to send somebody back,
Yeah.
they
You think he should send them
that-
back?
He's true, huh?
You think he should send them back?
If he wants to get rid of the people who ain't from here, they not from here. So why you going to send them out? You're not going to send them out.
I got you.
All
I
right,
got
so
you.
Let's
You
get
know?
back. Let's get back to the Ukraine.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Ukraine.
I got you.
So the Ukraine. So I'm saying, why you think he want to now? If he do take possession of Ukraine,
Mhm.
you think he gonna stop there?
Now, okay, I'm going to say probably not to that one.
That's why I
being
say
honest.
This is why I say he want power. He wants world power.
Yeah, but I don't
He
think
wanna
he's trying
take
to
over
the
Europe.
world.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say like
I
this.
think he would be cool with America if America
you
didn't
got-
kiss Israel's butt.
You said yes. You said no.
Yeah.
I say I don't think he want to take over the world.
Okay.
I think he just wants
Hey,
the region.
me over
just-
you that time.
just-
It's good.
I just think he wants the region that was originally the USSR.
Okay.
He wants to put that back in place and rule over that.
Oh,
I
they
see.
actually did take some of
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Russia's the biggest country on the earth.
Yeah, they took it apart. So I think he wants to bring that back and rule over that. And that's going to give him a portion of power over the entire globe, because the other is going to be China. Now the question now becomes, what happens next? Who's going to be that third dominant nation? Right now it's America, but we're not.
Man, we almost a third world country now. Man. As I
Bruh,
look around,
that was prophesied to happen, and we're living it right now. But
as I
here's the
look
thing.
around, like man,
Here's-
like
here's-
they got so much stuff better than we have,
Here's the important
and we're
issue.
supposed to be the richest
with that.
country.
So when people started hearing Donald Trump talk about he wants to get control over Greenland,
Mhm.
right? He wants to get
Are you still
control
talking that? I haven't
over
heard that.
Cuba now. He wants to control
I
Cuba.
heard that.
He
Which
wants to
ain't gonna
get-
happen.
He wants to get control over Canada, and he wants to get control over
You'll never
Mexico.
have Canada.
So he's trying to position himself
He
to
may get
be that
Mexico.
third nation for America, to be that third nation to rule the globe with China and Russia. Problem is, you have Israel, you have Iran, you have Pakistan, you have these other nations, you have India, right? You have these other countries that are not just going to sit back and say, yeah, you can just divvy up the rest of the smaller countries for yourselves. They're not going to let you do that.
Mm.
They're not. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You got England, you got France, Germany. They're not going to sit back and just say, hey, you guys can just take whatever countries y'all want.
Nope.
They're not going to let you do that. So Putin is in the war to try to get back the regions that was a part of that. Poland is aware of that.
Mhm.
They're not going to sit there and let them just come in there and march. No,
because that's what I'm saying. That's why
They're not gonna do that.
Poland is the next country
Oh yeah.
after Ukraine.
They're not
Probably
gonna
Well, a
do
lot
that.
of them Jews are from Polish backgrounds too. A lot of them Jews from Poland, from Polish.
Well,
Polish.
yeah, we-
the thing about the
Poland.
Jews that you're talking about, they're Europeans.
Mhm.
And what's documented concerning them is they really don't have a long-standing history of being consistently Jewish,
Who doesn't?
the European Jews. They pick it up around about the medieval times, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken,
Mhm.
right? That's when they started.
Oh, you mean when they converted?
They started
Is
converting.
that what you're talking
Yes,
about?
they started converted.
The whole
around.
Khazar thing?
Yeah,
what,
all
what
that,
they
and,
say
and,
is just a rumor?
and not just the Khazars, but it goes beyond them too, because you
Mhm.
got the Sephardim and all of them sects.
Mhm.
So when you
Well,
start,
Sephardics, they from France.
but still part of Europe. France is in Europe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you start looking
I
at
don't
this
know if they're
thing.
the same people though. I don't know if they, I don't know if they go fishing together and stuff.
It's kind of like two different groups,
See, I don't know if
but
go
they
fishing.
kind of like have a shared philosophy, shared theory
Mhm.
about how they began.
Mm-hmm. Do they think they're the chosen people? Do Sephardics think they're the chosen too?
I don't hear them talk about that.
Yeah, me either. Just the
Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi.
Yeah, I don't ever hear
Yeah.
the Sephardics talk about that. They might,
But it
they
is
might.
weird to say
I
that
don't
the
hear 'em, though.
Ashkenazis are
One thing I do know,
in Israel, and then the second is America.
Mhm.
That makes no sense to me. If you
Israel
were supposed to send them over there,
cannot afford to lose this war.
who?
That Israel, they
Oh.
cannot afford to lose this war
They won't
against
lose it.
Iran.
They won't. They won't.
I
It's
promise
impossible.
you,
It's impossible.
I promise you, they cannot afford to.
No, it's
America
impossible for them to-
cannot afford to lose this war against Iran.
Fact.
Cannot.
Fact.
Because if they lose this war, I say they because I'm not fighting it. You're not fighting.
Well, you fought for
Our
them before,
government.
so
I love our country.
yeah, sure.
This is my
sure.
country.
Yeah,
Right?
Yes.
One of the greatest countries in the world. I would
I'm
say
here,
the
born
greatest.
here.
And we were
Exactly.
here before all the
Right.
white folks got here.
Now
sure.
watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
And we didn't come over here on ships. Not all of us.
If they
That's true.
lose this war, and I say they because it's going to fall on the leadership,
You said the
Trump
same.
and them, right? It's going to send a message to the entire global community. America is not a strong nation. And I don't think this administration thought that through. You can pick on people and try to be a bully, but what happens when the people start fighting back? Bullies back down.
Mhm.
When you punch a bully in the face, bullies stop being bullies to that person.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what's potentially on the table. This is why Trump is doing all this bragging. Oh, we obliterated, we destroyed, we annihilated. It's complete and utter destruction. But in Iran, they're saying if we can launch one missile, we win. Because Trump is saying they wiped out everything. And now we all know that's not true. We see the reports. They over there right now and they closed the Strait of Hormuz, right? They closed it. They got ships on fire because they're saying you're not going to come through here without us okaying it.
Mhm.
In their mentality, their attitude is if we can launch one missile, you did not destroy us. We win. This is turning out to be a David
Launch one
and
missile to who?
to
Israel?
anybody. Yeah, Israel or anybody.
Mhm.
Because what's on the table, the comment on the table is they're annihilated. They're completely destroyed. They're obliterated. They have no navy. Their military is demoralized.
Well,
Right.
why pick on
This is
them
what
then?
they're saying.
If they don't have anything like that, why pick on them?
And Iran's attitude
Why are you
is
messing with them for?
we're rising up, we're galvanizing, we're unifying, we're going to continue to fight. So the only option out now is for Trump and Israel they're also gearing up for this to bring troops into the region.
Mhm.
And Iran sat back and they did an interview. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw the interview, but one of the Iranian guard members, leaders of the guard said, we want them to come in.
Mhm.
We want them to take it to the ground.
Mhm.
Because keep in mind, Iran has one of the largest militaries in
Yeah,
the world.
you mentioned that.
So they want them to put the boots on the ground.
Mhm.
They want that fight. America doesn't know the terrain. You got to understand
Ain't
something.
gonna lose a lot of lives in
Trump
America.
came
They
in
gonna
the
lose a lot of American lives.
Trump came into office, and here's the big mistake he made. He came into office. He started doing away with everything Biden did.
Mhm.
The first time he was president, he did away with everything. He tried to do away with everything Obama did.
Mhm.
Now, this time, he took it a step further.
Mhm.
He started firing generals. He started getting rid of military personnel in positions of leadership who have been in that region for 40, 50 years. They know the landscape.
Mhm.
Why are you going to get rid of somebody that knows the landscape to put in somebody that don't know anything about it? Do you
That's pretty
understand what
dumb.
I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
That's incompetence,
Mhm.
right?
Definitely.
So right now, Trump has backed himself into a corner. You can't just cut off the bombs. Can't. If he does, he's definitely going to lie and say, well, Iran pleaded for us to stop bombing. And we hear the reports coming out of Iran from the leaders themselves. No, bring it on.
Mhm.
Iran is counting on America running out of bombs, which, according to reports, it's been alleged that is happening. America is running out of ammunition because Trump is not a
Borrow
fighter.
Some money from the Reserve Bank.
He's not a fighter. He doesn't know about how when you fight and you in the long, you got to think the long term when you're in a fight, a real fight. You got to think I'm gonna come out standing on this fight. You got to conserve your energy, right?
Mhm.
You gotta be strategic with your punches, right? Even when you grab and hold and when you absorb blows, you got to be strategic when you're going to do that. I'm gonna take this punch here.
Mhm.
I'm not going to take this punch. You understand what I'm saying? When you have that mentality of fighting, you're going to be focused in on the goal. We can't get a straight reason why we're in this war. They're not focused in on the goal. We don't even know what the goal is.
Nope.
If we don't know, it's because they don't know.
Mhm.
And they have not properly counted the cost. As the word says, as Jesus says, count the cost. What man goes out to war and don't count the cost?
Mhm.
You got to take all the stuff into account, man.
Mhm.
All of it.
All of it. I don't even think they took the history of us being over there into account. I think they looked at the toys we have. We got some of the, I got to give us credit for this. We do have, I would say, the best military weaponry in the world.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I would definitely say that.
Well, then again, Russia got to have some stuff too, but
He looking at that and he's saying, okay, we got this great military weaponry. Who can withstand now? We can just throw everything at them and just devastate them.
Mhm.
But what happens if we don't devastate them completely to the point where there's no fight left in them? What happens when we do something like that and you bring the country together with making America the greatest villain ever?
Yep.
You get
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're just raising up a complete regime, a whole new generation of death to Americans.
Who's gonna hate you? Yeah, sure.
So what's next?
Yep.
They got to put boots on the ground. You can't stop bombing them. Israel is in this bed too, because Netanyahu, I don't know what he was drinking,
Mm-hmm.
but he was high.
And then
You get what I'm saying?
he was high.
Allegedly.
He was high, allegedly. So we're in a bad spot. And then you got the Epstein files. All the stuff a lot of the stuff that's been alleged in the Epstein file has been investigated, and now it's coming out. And man, is it damaging. It's awful.
But yeah, but
It's awful.
But when that came out, isn't that when the war started? When the stuff
Yes.
started coming out, they started the war.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to get your mind off that
Epstein
and get
files.
your mind on the
War,
war. You know?
right.
Yeah.
So
And
now
that's
the
why they just
question
keep
is,
adding stuff. Oh, now Vladimir's going to jump in. China's going to jump in. You know what I mean?
what happens next? Because this stuff is now being verified, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
right? We got to keep saying that. Okay, allegedly. It's being verified, it's
better
being
just cover your
proven, right? It's
behind
being
and stuff.
verified, it's being proven. So now the
Mhm.
question becomes, what happens next? What happens next? Because Supreme Court just said he can't be held guilty or found charged for anything he did before he was the president,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens next? This is a bad situation that's going to get really, really, really worse. I don't know what happens next, but I do know this. We are caught up in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have to hear about this
As
for
Americans,
the
yeah.
rest of this guy's tenure. I'm going to say this. Even if he's impeached and removed, we're still going to have to hear about this
Why you say?
Yeah.
because it's not going to be the end of it.
Well, let me say this really quick though.
There's got to be somebody more prominent in them files, or just as prominent. Well, there's nobody more prominent, just as prominent in the Epstein files than Donald Trump. Right now, Donald Trump is the most prominent person because his name is mentioned more than anybody else. Plus, he's the president.
Mhm.
So what happens once he gets taken care of, once he's out of office and justice comes his way, should there be that case? Who's next? It's got to be somebody next.
But let me say
It
this.
can't be just Trump and Epstein.
Let me say this. Let me
You get
say
what I'm
this,
saying?
Right.
What's that?
What's his name? Biden. Biden said,
Joseph Biden.
yeah, Biden was so in love with Israel.
Okay.
He said that if there wasn't an Israel, we would have to create one. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that? He said, yeah, Biden said, this is Biden.
Okay.
Biden said if there was no Israel, we would have to create one. This is how big he was on them.
Well, we're all, as
But
a
I don't
nation,
understand it.
America is big on Israel as a nation because
Why?
we have a long-standing history with them.
Why?
Because
He said,
biblically-
why?
No, because they
Why?
own the
biblically, I think it's
Federal Reserve Bank.
it's tied to
backs,
it.
you know what
I'm gonna
saying?
say
This
this.
is where we get our money from, the Federal Reserve
It's
Bank.
tied to
And it's
a
the
biblical
Jewish-
belief.
Huh?
It's tied to a biblical belief.
What?
That Israel is God's chosen people. Now that's being debated now on oh man, that's the hot topic. That's a hot button topic now.
Putin
that-
knows better than that because Putin got all these
But
black
we ain't
figures
talking
in the
about
black
Putin.
church.
But we're not talking about
No,
Putin.
but think
We're
about
talking about America,
But think about
right? You said why is America so committed to Israel?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Because they have this biblical belief that this Israel is the chosen people of God. Now that
So you think that
that's been a long-standing
America's going by biblical things with this? You think America's going by the Bible? By the Bible?
American leadership has been for a while.
Going by the Bible?
That's the biblical belief that this is the real Israel and they're God's chosen people. And if we are in league with them, then we are going to be protected because they're going to be protected. Now that's I'm going to say it again because it's the truth. Go online. Don't take my word for it. Go online, research it for yourself. You'll see that people are talking about this. Man, listen, I never thought I'd say this. One of the best videos I've ever seen in my life came from Tucker Carlson.
I heard the name before. He's like a black looking guy, right? Is that the guy?
No way. Not at all.
Oh, okay. That's not the guy. Then. Well, what's the light skinned guy that be talking all that junk? Is his name something like that?
You got a
He's pretty good. The young guy.
young guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Young
Where
guy,
he
really
from?
like saying.
From where?
I think he's from America. I don't know where he
He's
does
a
a lot of,
YouTuber?
as a matter of fact, he got in trouble for something too. He got in trouble for saying something not too long ago.
I don't know who
He
you're
said
talking
something
about.
and they got, they
But-
didn't like it.
Tucker Carlson did an interview with Mike
Whatever
Huckabee.
this guy's name.
Mike Huckabee.
Mhm.
And he asked the question, are those the real Jews?
Mm.
If you haven't seen that interview,
What did he say?
please go watch that
What
interview.
did they say though?
Huh?
What did they say?
You got to watch the interview, man.
No, I mean, what did they say? Tell me what they said.
Well, you got to watch the interview.
Maybe it
because
won't be worth me watching the video.
It's
if
going to
you
be.
don't tell me what
It's
they
going to
said.
be worth you watching the video.
So did he say yes or no? That's all I want to know.
He really couldn't define it. He really couldn't answer.
But
That's why you got to watch
I
the
know
video.
Putin and China.
He tried to
and all
watch
them,
it.
they know.
He tried to not watch it. He tried to answer that question, but he really couldn't answer that question. So Tucker Carlson, thank you, Lord. He said, "Well, there's an easy way to fix this. An easy way to solve it. We can just get a DNA test."
Honestly, no way. I know they didn't do that. Did they do it?
No, they didn't do it.
Okay, I ain't think
But
so.
here's the thing.
They said you can't even do that in Israel.
Here's an important piece of information. Online now, you go to different internet searches and you'll start to see that they're trying to set it up to say that by DNA, they are descendants of Abraham.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've heard one video say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're starting to see that. Whereas 20 years ago, right, that wasn't the case. Matter of fact, I'm not even going 20 years ago. 10 years ago, that wasn't the case, right? So now they're creating these new blood type groups, these new blood groups, and these new DNA groups. And I found something very interesting.
No sense.
What DNA groups?
No,
They're-
I'm just
they're
thinking.
creating.
I'm just thinking because
Yeah.
I thought they were Semitic. I thought they fell in the line of Shem. So now they
Right.
go all the way back to Abraham now.
That's what they're saying.
So it's not Shem anymore.
It's
So
all
we
the way
should
back
call
to-
them
they-
anti-hate,
yeah, because
Abrahamic.
it comes to
So the anti-Abrahamic now.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem because Abraham's haplogroup is a specific haplogroup. And as I was researching this, I just got curious one day. I said, let me see if this ties into Ham's haplogroup. And sure enough, they overlap.
Mhm.
Abraham's and Ham's overlap.
Or you mean their family or whatever?
Right,
Okay.
right. They could be a part of the same haplogroup, which also would include
What's a haplogroup?
that. It's this right here. Oh, it would help me to put that up there, right? This is what it is. It's a generic population group sharing a common ancestor identified by specific mutations in mitochondrial DNA.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
So that's the haplogroup.
Okay.
So they're inventing these
What that
things.
mean?
It sounds like gibberish, though. It really sounds like gibberish. But
It
anyway.
sounds like
so
it
fast,
sounds like it's
like-
created, right? It sounds like it's made up, right?
It sounds kind of like gibberish.
Watch, this is what I did.
And that's how Jews talk like that. You know, they say a lot of words to say nothing sometimes.
So what that mean?
Hey, you know what I'm mad at?
His
though?
haplogroup is J1-P58, or here's the other one, J-M267. And it says this haplogroup is prevalent among Jewish, including the Cohen modal haplotype and
Okay.
Arab populations in the Levant.
Mhm.
Right?
An Arab population?
Yes. So because
Arab?
legend, yes,
But they
because
hate Arabs.
they're
They
cousins.
hate white people too, supposedly, but
But
they don't care too much for us either.
the whole history, of course, according to the biblical scripture and outside of biblical scripture, you can talk about the legend, is that Abraham's mother was Hamitic. He was Semitic. His mother was Hamitic. Living in the land of Ur, the Chaldees, it's not impossible to believe that.
Mhm.
It does explain how his haplogroup ties into Ham's haplogroup, because it has to be somebody in the family
Mhm.
that has that.
Mhm.
So when you look at this haplogroup that they're talking about, just about everybody in the world is part of it in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
Not everybody, but just about. There's a common group, and then there's different variations of that group which tie into other groups. So the point is, this wasn't being done before. It wasn't until people started questioning the DNA of these people.
Mhm.
Now we're seeing that this is being done. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because even from their own history, they're not really selling their ancestral ties to Abraham.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And actually, one group had 88% DNA reference to the Arab population
Mhm.
in the Levant, which ties into what you just said. It's not Semitic from the Arab point of view. I mean, from the Israeli point of view, because they're Arabs and they really don't get along like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if they got an 88% Arabic tie making with DNA, how can you claim to be Abraham's descendant?
Mhm. Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're claiming
It
this
doesn't make sense. What they're saying
through
doesn't make
Shem.
sense.
So even with that, they have a larger portion of their DNA, even greater than the 88%. A larger portion on another haplogroup side is that they're coming from Europe.
Mhm.
So it seems to me like they're trying to break it down into subgroups to find something that says we belong here.
Mhm.
You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
All right, so back to the Tucker Carlson thing. In the Tucker Carlson thing, he asked a question and they said, well, you can do the DNA test and everybody can do that and take it. And he said, no, the DNA won't really prove it. I agree the DNA won't really prove it because they're trying to break it down into subgroups to make it fit. You could do that. You could do that.
Mm.
If you got 5%, guess what? You're part of that.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're a part of that. So he
Most of them
said,
probably don't.
so he said, well, if you can't do it through the actual lineage, how do you do it through the word, through the Bible? You got to watch that video. Boy, you got to watch that video.
Me said, boy.
You got to watch that video.
What's the name of the video?
It's Tucker Carlson interviews Mike Huckabee. It's Are the Jews the Real Jews? Let me pull it up for you.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
I'm going to pull it up so I get the
If this guy
exact.
wasn't a Jew, I'm
If
sure
it's
it's going to say no. But this is my problem, right? Here in America, right? we send our kids to school, and we believe that we pay taxes for sending our kids to school, right? But the Jews over here, they don't send their kids to public school. You know what I'm saying? They don't send their kids to public school. So, I mean, is that fair? Can we send people to their
The
schools?
title is
Like, can our people go to their schools since their schools are better than ours?
Who Are God's
Why you don't let us
Chosen
in?
People? That's the
You're
title.
not a Jew.
Who are
Yeah.
God's Who are
Could be.
God's
I could
chosen people?
Who are God's chosen people?
Now that's one of the things that Jews catch a lot of. The guys that are Jews that's here in America catch a lot of flack for what you're talking about. They talk about they come into the country, they establish communities, but then within that community, they separate themselves from the people in that community
Yeah.
because they have their own community and they build their
Yeah.
own community. So you
And because they
can't
do a lot
you
of dirty
can't go
stuff too.
you can't go to their schools, you can't go to their hospitals, you can't.
Right.
I don't know if that's accurately true.
But they do a lot of dirty stuff, man, because a lot of them people, you got big families and they're on like food stamps, and the wife, more than likely, their wife is on welfare. You know what I'm saying? More than likely.
Yeah, yeah.
So now,
And they don't get called out for
there's
that,
no way
right.
that you could say that that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Because if we try to do
That's
that, we'd be in jail.
That's it.
You know, if we try to do that, we'd be in jail.
Yeah.
But when the people who make the rules are governing you, you know what I'm saying, and you're their people, you turn a blind eye.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this, man, because I don't know, but I just asked the question, what happens next? Because right now, all of this stuff is coming out, and it's not a coincidence, not at all. It's not a coincidence. So something bigger is coming, something more damaging is coming down the road.
So you saying it's gonna get worse before it gets better?
But let me ask you a crazy question.
With
though.
this administration, yes,
But let me ask you a crazy
Yes.
question. Let me ask you a crazy question.
but repairs are coming. Repairs.
Is there a people that could come over here legally? You know, like you know, all the
Yeah.
Spanish people that's over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Well, are there any other people that come over here illegally other than the Spanish people? Like, is anybody else illegal too? Why is he only going after the Spanish people? Is there any other
Oh.
people that comes over here that's illegal?
Well, right now, I don't know if you heard this, but right now on the table is if you're Haitian, you're next.
Mm-hmm.
Getting out of
Yeah.
here? Wait a minute, you mean Haitians are coming over here illegal? And if
Some
this, yes,
have.
how?
Some have, but a lot of Haitians have come over here legally.
Well, what about the Jews that come over here that can't even speak English?
I don't know what's going to happen with
They speak.
I guess maybe
what's
they-
that?
maybe
don't
that-
speak Hebrew either.
Maybe the last one's left. I don't know. But right now on the table, they're looking to start pulling people from Haiti's cards, work visas. They're looking to start pulling them and removing them from the country.
Hmm.
So I mean, they started with the Mexicans, right? They started with Mexicans.
At first,
Right.
it was like most Mexican, but he was supposed to put the wall up. Is the wall up yet? Yeah, the wall's up.
No,
You
there's
guys
no
voted
wall
for
up.
Trump. You don't know?
This guy,
I don't know who he talking.
yeah, he done lost his mind.
Yeah. You done fell and hit your head on the bottom
I
step.
wouldn't even
Sure.
joke saying that I voted for Trump. They'll probably jump me because I said I voted for Trump. and
Well, that's got to
I
stop.
I didn't even get to say.
Let me
I'm
say
just
this
kidding.
right now. People, please stop doing that. Just because somebody voted for Trump, that don't give you the right to beat him up.
That's just giving you the right to think they're kind of crazy.
Right, but not to beat him up. Don't assault him.
Yeah.
You know, don't assault him.
Yeah, don't. So we don't need to be.
The one
we don't
lady
need to
said
beat
she
him
lost
up.
business. Remember the one lady said she lost business
She-
because she voted for Trump.
well, I can see that.
I can't. You stop going to somebody's business because
That's the
That's
the most
just-
common
that's-
protest.
Look at where we
around.
are in society right now because of this guy.
Yeah.
Look at how jacked up his policies has messed up the country. You can't put this on Biden. This is Trump all by himself. Project 2025, y'all.
Project
Agenda
2025.
47, y'all. Don't take our word for it. Go research it for yourself and then look at what happened ever since January
Yeah,
2025.
yeah.
This ain't on Biden.
we got to finish
It's
this up
just-
next week, guys.
This ain't on Obama.
Just
This is
remember
on
been
Trump.
1 year, a full year of this
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
We in a now. What's gonna happen next? We don't know.
We don't know.
But I tell you,
We don't know, but we'll have something for you next week.
Yeah. I tell you what. Next, man, if you enjoy this content, let me tell you, because whatever happens next, don't expect for it to be nice, but it will improve. I think what I said was it'll probably get worse before it get better.
Mhm.
And this country is just put us all in prayer. That's all we need.
We got to continue to pray.
You gotta continue to pray and keep God first in our lives because He's our ultimate protector, savior, so and redeemer. So what?
Sometimes
just
God
say-
will show you how to fight too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a strategic God.
yep, strategic, very. So if you like the content, it's time for us to go. I'm here with Rob Little Lion for my man Rob Ronald McConaughey
Love you.
and Matt. Yo, subscribe, give comments, and we out. Peace.
One love,
Peace.
baby.